You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
I don't love me until you tell me that you love me. I don't like me until you tell me that you like me. Most of the people out here are running around empty. They have no sense of self, no sense of self-love. When I say self-love, it has nothing to do with celebrity, money, materialistic things, and all of the things that your negative mind could probably go to. I love me independent of you loving me.
Cities and towns across the country hosted No Kings demonstrations. People protested President Donald Trump's policies. It was the largest mobilization of protests since President Trump returned to office in January. KV's Daniel Perot is live in downtown Austin. And Daniel, that rally just wrapped up not too long ago.
Adam, we're here at Auditorium Shores where the event ended 30 minutes or so ago. You can see the stage behind me is empty and they're packing things up. They're also cleaning up over here. These were some tents with representatives from different organizations that came out to speak to the thousands of people that came out to take part in this protest. We also had some speeches from elected officials and performances from local musicians as well. This is where they ended up, but today the event started on the south steps of the Texas Capitol before they made the little over 1 mile march to Auditorium Shores. Many held signs condemning the Trump administration, expressing frustration and concern with what's happening in the country right now. But one of the main messages for some of the people who came out here today that they wanted to send is that this is a moment in history and they want to make sure that they are on the right side of it. They believe their presence here sends a strong message to the Trump administration. A lot of people came out wearing costumes or inflatable suits, telling me that they wanted to turn this into more of a celebration. Organizers say at one point they believe more than 20,000 people took part in this event. Speakers stressed the importance of nonviolence.
We can defeat his autocratic outreach with feet on the street. We can defeat him by peacefully marching, by rallying, by witnessing, and sharing our truth and exposing his lies, never giving up and never giving in.
Today, organizers say at least 7 million Americans took to the streets protesting what many called an abuse of power by President Trump. House Speaker Mike Johnson called it, quote, the Hate America rally. Here in New York City, police say 100,000 people turned out at multiple marches. They report no arrests. There were more than 2,600 events from coast to coast. They are all part of the No Kings movement, which accuses the president of behaving more like a monarch than an elected official. CBS's Elise Preston in Los Angeles leads us off tonight. Elise.
Jerika, thousands have turned up here in downtown Los Angeles to express their fear and frustration with the administration. Their message, no monarchs in America.
I want to be able to tell my future children that I was here, that I stood on the right side of history.
The nationwide rallies are in response to what organizers call an abuse of power by President Trump, including his administration's crackdown on immigration and its threat to send the National Guard into cities, including Chicago and Portland.
The message is no kings. The message is the Constitution of the United States is a wonderful document that matters.
Republicans said the protests were nothing more than Hate America rallies.
I'm Torian Small in Washington, D.C. Before leaving the Hill this week, House Speaker Mike Johnson framed this rally as a Hate America event. Attendees disagreed.
We love America. We hate what they're trying to do to America.
Today's rally is taking place in big cities and small towns in every state.
I'm Allie Bauman in Morristown, New Jersey. Thousands attended today's rally 16 miles away from the president's New Jersey golf course. This county has deep roots in the nation's founding, known as the military capital of the American Revolution.
Our forefathers fought off kings and said no kings for the first time. So it is full circle.
Judy Kelly is one of the local organizers.
To defend democracy on this land, it does mean a lot to all of us who are working on it.
In Frisco, Texas, the protest was small but vocal.
I believe in democracy. I fought for democracy and sacrificed. And the things that are being done right now in this government are totally ridiculous.
In Europe, protesters were also small in numbers, but passionate outside the U.S.
Unite to protect us, just in case universities try to teach us, just in case protesters try to show up and remind us of who we are. They don't have to step 8 and try to break civil society because they're preparing us for step 9. There are 10 steps to protecting our patriots. There are 10 steps to protecting our democracy. There are 10 steps to protecting our right. Unite to protect us, just in case you.
I am in the midst of this No Kings protest here in the Philadelphia area. I'm in the midst of this No King protest here in the Philadelphia area. I was set up, and this guy knocked all of my MAGA hats on the ground. He knocked all of my MAGA hats on the ground. So I grabbed him. I grabbed his shirt, but the cops saw what he did. The cops saw what he did, and they removed him from this area. But she's the only other MAGA supporter that came out here. Only other one. But I'm in Philadelphia. There are like literally like about 500 people out here.
Correction, this is not Philadelphia.
It's south of Philadelphia, man. I know. I went to school here. It's south of Philadelphia. Excuse me. But anyway, we're like 15 minutes south of Philadelphia, Springfield, Pennsylvania.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
See how tolerant they are?
Donald Trump.
You see how tolerant? You see the tolerant left?
No, we're not tolerant.
You see the tolerant left?
We're not tolerant.
You're not?
I'm not tolerant left. No,
You're not?
No, don't get that mistaken,
So,
dude. No, dude.
You gonna beat me up?
No, I'm not gonna beat you up.
You gonna beat?
We're talking.
You gonna scare me?
We're talking.
You gonna scare me? You gonna scare me? You gonna beat me up? They think they're gonna scare me out here. They think they're gonna scare me. These people think they're gonna scare me. Yeah, they think they're gonna scare me. These people think they're gonna scare me. There's no one in this crowd that can do anything to me. There's no one in this crowd that can do anything to me.
Nobody's gonna want to do anything.
So, south of Philadelphia, guys. And the suburbs of Philadelphia.
You do?
You love me, man? Thank you.
Who's trying to scare you?
Where'd he go? This guy here. He tried to scare me. He thinks he can scare me.
I would agree with you, but then we both be wrong.
So,
I don't give you permission to film me.
I'm not.
Told you you're not.
I'm filming myself. Thank you.
Okay, if I see me on social media,
You're right there. You're right there, man. You're right there. These people are nuts.
Yeah, you are.
There's no one in this crowd that would do anything to me. No one. No one in this crowd that would do anything to me. Not one person. Not one person in this crowd would do anything to me. Not one person.
I'd say hello. You.
Not one person in this crowd would do anything to me. I know I'm free, huh?
You're still free here for the moment.
They're a bunch of goons. This is who Malcolm X warned blacks about, the white liberal. This is who Malcolm X warned blacks about, the white liberal. This is who Malcolm X warned blacks about, the white liberal. How you doing, man?
I'm not white and I'm here.
Okay, then why you? Okay, that doesn't apply to you. This is who Malcolm X warned blacks about, the white liberal. Yeah.
Evidence said that his tax break would pay for itself. Should we believe him?
You got to do your research.
But he did say it. And can you tell me what the results were?
On his first administration or this administration?
When in 2016, when the tax bill was passed, the tax break, they gave all the, that it gave all that money to the very rich people and took money away from people at the bottom.
It didn't do that, sir. Sir, it did not give money. How can a tax break give money to very rich people?
Okay, so.
Young Republicans talking about you.
What's that?
The Republicans talking about you.
Anyway, I'm going to
what?
The young Republicans call us watermelon man, niggas and stuff.
A young Republican said what?
Did you see that?
Didn't you hear all the young Republicans were using all the racist terms?
No. Where? Show me.
It was just reported.
Show me.
Okay.
can't show you that. Go for yourself.
So
The young
anyway,
Republican said what?
so, like I said,
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Sir,
my question again.
are you a Democrat?
Did you know that
The
I
Democrat
have
Party is the party of slavery, Jim
That's
Crow, and the
all right.
KKK.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right with you. That's okay with you?
You didn't hear what the young Republican said? Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I did.
Where? Is it on
On
YouTube?
numerous.
YouTube?
This is network news.
When?
Yesterday, the day
I'll,
before.
I'll look it up. I didn't hear that. I'll look it.
Network
I'll look it up.
news. Yeah. It was horrifying.
I will look it up.
And as J.D. Vance was saying,
I will look it up, sir.
They're not kids. They were 21 to 40
All right.
years old.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, do. I mean, don't hide from nothing.
South Philly.
Let's be facts though. You used to be a slave.
Oh my God.
Hey, here's his
I cannot believe she said that.
I was a slave in prison, but I'm not a slave.
I've been in prison too.
Then you were a slave.
I did 5 years.
Oh my God, you're hardcore.
I beat 2 federal cases for bank robbery and gun.
Cookie?
No, can I? That shit suck my dick. They can't get me. I'm a smooth criminal with my shit.
But yeah, no. I mean, there's a way there's a process. And everyone has that process. That's the black girl. So
This one?
Yeah.
She thinks she's black.
Now I'm just raised by niggas.
You're the black girl that I see. I know what that means. I know what that means.
I am I don't even know what to say. I should have had this on video. I'm on live. So.
You want to know video? I said, why don't you record it? Come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've done it my way.
He was cool. He was cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't vote for shit because I don't vote.
So yeah, I wasn't.
I agree and disagree with both sides. I don't care. I'm here for the people.
So here we are,
I'm
another
Native
white
American.
woman who. But you don't vote?
Is
telling a black man that he was a slave.
White people stole this. Americans, Caucasian.
A white woman.
Fucking one that put it. Stole it. Okay.
She says she's
They
black.
stole it.
She
White
said
people.
she doesn't
White
vote,
people, I'm racist as fuck.
but she cares.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Hit that like button as we get this thing started. No kings and no blacks, and god damn it, they need some blacks, y'all. They need niggas more than ever before. They just don't have a proper twerk to white people ratio. The protests just don't look right without niggas twerking, bro. They desperately need the street credibility of random angry Keishas and Tyrones. This is not going to garner any public sympathy. No one wants to support whatever it is you guys are doing. I think you all belong in jail, honestly. I'm going to make up a crime just to arrest you people. Jazz hands are outlawed in the MAGA right. You are going to jail for 15 years for aggravated jazz handery. And because the protest movement after the BLM era, let's put it this way, right? Let's think about it like this. BLM, it kind of died an ignoble death. The founders all ran away. They literally took the money and ran. All of their ideas have ruined the urban landscape, the defund the police, you know, the community policing, the no bail. All of their ideas are in full retreat at this point. Everybody is unhappy. Everybody hates everybody right now. 10 years after BLM became a thing, everybody hates everybody.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
and now that we have this this latest round of protesting, what you notice is that Trump has managed to garner a lot of Black support, which is basically him capitalizing on natural fractures in the Black voting bloc anyway. And a lot of Black people, led by disgruntled Black men of varying ages, mostly older Black men, a lot of people are moving away from the Democrat Party in Black America, a lot of Black men, and pulling a handful of women along too. And right now, because of that and other reasons, you know, economics, general frustration, Black America declared immediately after the Kamala Harris debacle that they are not going outside. They cannot go outside. They're not going to protest. Black women quickly and literally said, we are not doing it again. Protest on your own next time. And now the media is desperate to get Black people back into the fight.
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun legally, get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for? Go back and read what the Second Amendment says. And
I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I am not a constitutional scholar. But I don't think the Second Amendment was written so that illegal immigrants can defend themselves against federal agents with firearms. I don't think that's how we wrote that piece of paper down. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
And perhaps it will knock some sense in the heads of these people who are saying, well, it's all great. I don't believe they're doing it without due process. They're asking people for papers. They're not really beating people up. These people are doing things that are illegal. Nobody is illegal. It is a misdemeanor to cross the border. Now, Black people.
A misdemeanor would be a class of crime, though. As someone who's been convicted of misdemeanors, I will tell you, it is in fact a crime. You will be in front of a judge.
Trump is using ICE to wage war on American citizens.
He forcefully opened the door.
And you know what? Yes, he actually did say legal. And by legal, what that means is Don Lemon is asking for Black Americans who are fully ingratiated, grandfather claused into the country, Black Americans who have no threat of being deported. He is asking for Black America to use their Second Amendment rights to defend an illegal, invasive ethnic group called illegal aliens, a group who actually wants to displace Black America. He is asking Black America to use their Second Amendment rights to actually act in open rebellion against the federal government on behalf of people who want to replace you. And here's Vic Mensa doing the same thing.
Trump is using ICE to wage war on American citizens.
He forcefully opened the door.
In Chicago, my hometown, agents rappelled out of helicopters in the middle of the night, kicking in doors. And that doesn't even begin to describe the full insanity of the situation. It's like we're living in an episode of Black Mirror. ICE has been releasing highlight reels of their raids, set to hip-hop music, like Call of Duty streamers.
Yo, Homeland Security's social media is lit right now, no lie. The videos they drop on the Homeland Security and the ICE TikTok and Twitter, chef kiss, bro. They got a great media team.
All of this is a part of a plan set in motion when Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent buses of Venezuelan asylum seekers to Chicago.
In the dead of winter, they're wearing flip-flops, they're wearing short-sleeve shirts and shorts.
So the city stepped up. I partnered with local restaurants to provide food and clothing because people freeze to death in Chicago.
You could have sent them back. You could have did the hot potato. You know, when they sent those illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, they didn't even get to stay the night, bro. I don't even think they let them get off the bus, man. They made those buses turn right around. They said, look, we're going to give you some more gas so you don't break down on the highway out of town, but you're going to get up out of here. You could have sent them back. You could have sent them back to Mexico. You know what I mean? Could have sent them anywhere, but you let them stay and you made them your problem.
But in a city of so much inequity, much of the pressure of providing for the new arrivals fell on the Black community. The city is extremely segregated due to redlining and institutional racism. When the new immigrants got here, resources were diverted away from Black Chicago's most vulnerable.
Southside has been under-resourced, underfunded for years.
And that created enormous resentment.
The money needs to be put into those facilities for us.
That was 2023. Fast forward to 2025, and Trump sent in ICE to hunt down the same Venezuelan immigrants the Texas governor previously bused into Chicago. Since then, agents have been seen choking.
He had to do the job that you people refused to do. All you had to do was send him back, but you want it to be a sanctuary city. And now somebody has to come in there with SEAL Team 6 and drop down on fast ropes from helicopters and get these people up out of here, because you guys didn't want to do it, did you?
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
A Black man at length by the side of the road, swarming Southside neighborhoods. They've been filmed assaulting and arresting local aldermen, journalists,
Debbie Brockman, I work for WGN.
Oh my God.
and even tear gas and Chicago police officers.
13 members of the Chicago Police Department reported exposure to the gas.
Chicago feels like a city under martial law. And as the Trump administration continues on its war path, things are escalating.
You're driving out the neighborhood and throwing tear gas out the window.
All of this serves the Trump administration's agenda.
That actually sounds kind of base. They did a tear gas drive-by. We're doing tear gas drive-bys in Chicago. I didn't even know I voted for that, but apparently I did, and that's dope.
And they're trying to capitalize on chaos to rationalize attacks on its democratic opponents. What it really is terrorism that they're justifying with the presence of Venezuelan asylum seekers. The tension is incredibly high, understandably, but it's more important than ever that we be unified, be intentional, and we don't fall for their divide and conquer strategy, because we're going to need to stand up for the human rights of everyone if we want to protect those rights for ourselves.
Now, understand, for years and years and years now, Black people have been asked to sacrifice their political capital, their social credibility, and now, frankly, our legal status in this country by joining an open rebellion against hostile foreign actors at this point. When the cartels start putting hits on, or bounties rather, on federal agents, Black people are not supposed to join that side of the fight. I promise you, that's not going to end well for you black folk. But you can't really tell niggas nothing. And so let the good times roll.
Gotta sober up here. Listen, we're gonna have to slide ice, right? And I say this as a guy who believed that we should have taken the guns off the streets 10, 15, 20 years ago. Okay? We're gonna have to slide ice. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you need to sober up about it. A lot of us, we're not sober about that. We're still living in hysteria about it, but you really need to sober up with it.
I want you to pay attention to something, and do this when you watch YouTube videos. Try to take it all in, right? Don't just listen to, you know, the point of what he's trying to tell you. Notice the individual himself, right? Freeman's Journal, he introduced a term to me that I think is wholly appropriate. I don't know if he coined it himself, but suburban radical. Listen to his cadence, listen to how he speaks, the words that he uses. It's a college nigga. Probably never had a lot of bad days for real.
What I mean by sober is that you need to look at the course of events as they are and as real as they are. The courts no longer work. We never really could trust the cops. Our Congress is pretty much compromised by a foreign state. There is no civil mechanism you can use to get out of this. Protests only work if there isn't an implied threat of violence. Even non-violent protests, the purpose is to induce violence so that everybody sees how horrific this regime is. The problem is you're dealing with the United States of America and literally the only people on planet Earth.
Notice the hand movements. Notice the gestures that he uses when he speaks. Like I remember I caught on to this with Obama. These are markings of media training.
Who did not think the United States of America was a brutal, horrific place were white Americans. And they're still not fully woken up yet. So you have no civil mechanisms to get out of this. So the reason why you need to get sober about it is because you need to start analyzing the situation again as it really is, not as your brain or as your fear is telling you it's going to go. This is not going to be a civil war. It's genuinely going to be a people's takeover. That's what it's going to be. This is going to be the people versus ICE, and ICE has less than 30,000 field agents.
It will not be the people versus ICE, bro. It is the people versus the federal government. I don't think you understand what you're attempting to line your people up for. This is why I really can't stand you niggas.
I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man.
I don't know. Maybe we need a culling. Maybe that's how you fix Black America. We need a culling.
We don't know. This is why I keep telling people, stop trying to guess what Trump is going to do. We don't know what this regime's going to do when they get their first casualty. Not only do we not know what they're going to do, we don't even know if they have the skills to pull off what they want to do once they get their first casualty. So he may want the military, an ICE person may drop, and he may want the military to move in and start war with that city, and the military may go, no. Like many of the National Guard people and military agents are telling them. They're not going to bomb and nuke their own places because remember, Americans are the ones who control all these things. They got to where they got to by deception. This is the problem with getting your power by deceptive methods.
You know, I really like study the mind of the angry suburban radical Negro. And one thing that they almost all have in common universally is a retarded lust for power. That's really what it boils down to. It's like a retarded lust for power. And they look at history and they only see like thievery and domination, when rightfully so, there's a lot of that in history, right? But at the same time, I don't think like there's a way of describing the American historical framework. There are two opposing narratives to it, right? It was either stolen land or it was either conquered land. And because the liberal mind has broken so far from reality that they have no true conception of what heroes and heroism is, they can only see through the lens of thievery because that is who they are. And so when you look back at the great span of history, the world is literally shaped by the conquering men. But in the hearts and minds of the modern liberal who has no sense of the divine, no sense of purpose, they have basically looked at all of that and just said thievery. And by calling that thievery, they have now declared themselves the higher, more moral people. Therefore, whatever I do is justified.
If you want to like continue on in your power, you have to be good at deceiving. It wasn't that Donald Trump was good at deception. It was that white supremacy and racism was so deep into American culture that the average white citizen thought that they were immune to it and literally thought that they were victims of it.
You realize the country was like 90% white for the majority up until like 1965 or whatever. I mean, not that I believe in quote white supremacy, but like if the place is 90% white, who do you think made the rules, bro? Such a weird thing to cry about.
But this is not a good military leader. He doesn't have a lot of charisma. He's not a great people person. He does not have, from what I see of Donald Trump, he does not have the skills to accomplish what everybody is afraid of. So when I say you need to get sober, I'm not telling you to go hunt for ICE agents. I'm telling you that in the moment, you need to be ready to do what needs to be done. You need to be ready to do what needs to be done because that's our only way out.
Now, mind you, all of this is on behalf of a hostile foreign group who would never give you the same cover in exchange. Go be black in Mexico and see how that works for you. Like, that's really the one part of it that I can never, ever get over. Like, even if Donald Trump was half as mean as you try to describe him, right? Why would I get out there and fight him just to help these other niggas? And right now, Donald Trump ain't even mad at black folk. Donald Trump is going after immigrants, basically. A lot of Mexicans, Venezuelans, and all that type of shit. Even a couple of white immigrants got thrown out recently.
That's our only way out. Again, you don't even know how the people are going to respond once that first ICE agent drops. So again, sober up, sober up. You're so worried about what the regime is going to do, you haven't thought about what the people are going to do. What are the people going to do in the United States of America when these ICE agents begin unloading on actual like actual citizens start dying because of this ICE immigration force. He doesn't have the ability to spin. He's run out of.
Pretty sure ICE already caught one body, and you bitch ass niggas ain't do nothing. I mean, not to be that guy, but they already bodied a lady in Chicago, allegedly. Allegedly. Apparently, that was a clean shoot. They didn't even want to put that on the news. They didn't even. You know how normally when the police shoot somebody, they put it on the news like the police did something wrong. Innocent black man gunned down on his way to Sunday church, right? They try to hit you with that type of shit. ICE straight up smoked the lady in Chicago, and what y'all do? What y'all do? Must have had it coming, huh?
Cultural capital. All his power is insulated within the structure of the government that he helped dismantle. Sober up about this. Sober up. Okay? The situation is dire, but it's Donald fucking Trump on the other side.
Dire for whom, though? How dire is the situation? I mean, does it look dire to you, bro? Does this look like a dire situation at all? Help me out here. Where is the dire situation? Do these people look like they're facing a dire situation? This whole thing really is a giant LARP. Like, really, if Trump was that bad, if the Venezuelans were being lynched in an ICE facility right now as we speak, if he is wiping his ass with the Constitution on a golden toilet in the White House, why the fuck are you out here doing the Macarena? If Trump is that bad, if he's doing all these things, why is it that you're in the streets doing the Macarena? And this is the weird, like subtle racism of the liberals, right? This is why the liberals want black people to be a part of it. They need niggas to chimp out right now. That's the one thing that they're asking for. They're trying to set the stage for black people to get involved and to chimp out and to crash out and to do something on behalf of the Mexicans so that they can get on TV and say, look, Trump is crushing the black people.
Take control. Take control of your city.
That's all they're trying to do right now is to gas niggas up, get you hyper emotional. Like, soon as they done with the Mexicans, they're going to come get me next. That's what they want niggas to think. Soon as we get all these Mexicans out of here, they're going to have you picking strawberries or some shit. That's what they want niggas to think. We're going to reopen the plantation and put all you niggas on a work program. So you got to go get your guns right now. You got to go get your guns so you can fight Trump, because we don't want Trumps to be the king. And then shout out to Trump, though. I told you, they got a great meme team.
They go on television and say, oh, Trump is a king. He's a king. I don't feel like a king. A king would have it easy. But they say, he's a king. He's a king. No, we're not a king at all. We just know how to get it done. And a lot of people are saying, maybe we're like a king. You know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a king.
Shout out to King Trump. They want niggas to get out there and fight for their liberal agenda. I'm not going. I'm not going. They want black people to get out there and fight against King Trump. Don't go. You niggas should go to a cookout or something. Go find a barbecue. Go to a family gathering. Go play some Connect 4 with the children. Go do anything else but that shit. They really need black people today. They desperately need black people to show up today. Whatever you do, don't show up. Whatever you do, all you got to do is stay home and be black. And one of those things you already knocked out already, so all you got to do is chill. That is the last thing you need to do, is get out there and go twerk and join the mission. They're not even paying black people. That's the other part about it. That's what's really dirty about this whole game. They got a lot of white people that are being paid to protest right now. It's a whole network thing. They're basically getting free uniforms and equipment and shit like that. But they want your black ass to show up for free and crash out strictly for the love of the game. They want you to show up and crash out for free, bro. Think about that. They not offering black people no paid protesting. They just like, hey, you niggas need to get down here and do your thing. Don't go, bro. Don't go.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
It's done. It's done. It's done.